Chase Liaki with the Blue Futon, and this is a movie you probably never heard of. My mom called and said, "Hey, I want you to watch this documentary." And I said, "Sure, I'll watch this documentary." It's called Airline Disaster Crash of the Century. So, is this the crash of the century? Should you know about this disaster? Let's find Airline Disaster Crash of the Century. What's about? It's a very simple documentary. Something happened in 1977 on the Canary Islands. Two planes, basically one rammed off the other one. Over 500 people died. How did this happen? Let's find out. So with this documentary, is it a good documentary? I think it's one of those straight-to-TV documentaries, almost like on the Discovery Channel back in 2003 when it was released. And I think for that style of filmmaking, it works. There are some good airplane CGI elements when it comes to it, when they're actually like running on the runway. But you could tell when they crash, there is some CGI where like, okay, that is from 2003. But how this documentary is told is using the real black boxes in the planes to use the verbatim dialogue used and use whatever they could for the control tower in these Canary Islands. So this is a kind of a final destination slash like what can go wrong will go wrong, and it'll be a spiral downward effect of just you can't stop the snowball. It just keeps going and keeps going. So with that, this is how it happened. In 1977, the Canary Islands want to be away from Spain. Terrorists happened. Bond won the runways, right? And so they have to divert this other one. This other one's in Sunday. Only two people are working. And you have all these 747s. Boom, boom, boom. Boeing Airlines. You have, a Dutch airline. Then you have Pan Am and just a bunch of airlines at this runway. The fog rolls in. What are these planes doing? They can't find passengers because they let them off the plane. The Dutch pilot is very upset. He just wants to be off the runway. He wants to go home now, because KLM is very stringent on what their flying times are. If they can't, they have to get off the plane, do a new crew, etc., etc. So they don't want to, waste money and time. So fudging the books. Language barrier, Spaniards and English, which they said that could have been an issue, but overall with the American and Spain's reports, they concluded that wasn't it. Even though the Dutch reports like, no, we're going to do our own thing, even though if you know this documentary as well as the black boxes, you know who is at fault in this plane crash. So what are the negatives? I think they add these weird love angles into the plane. I know they're trying to do that to dramatize everything, like, ooh, there could have been true love on these planes, but nothing happened. But there is a element of final destination with one of the passengers, and it's like, yeah, I guess you should have listened to your gut. And that's like one of the main things. Always listen to the voice in your head or your gut, because it's probably true that something is bad is about to happen. But having these weird like connections in the plane, some of it doesn't make sense, or you're just like, okay, I know what you're trying to do is add some drama to this. It's not needed. Let's get to the real people involved in them getting off the plane, which they really can't get real people on the KLM plane because all of them passed away in this plane crash. Apparently, just like went right through the plane and just fireball. And almost these people on the Pan Am was extremely lucky for actually making it out alive. Of course, like I said, this happened in 1977, so a lot of them that probably did survive the plane crash did pass away because it's been quite some time ago, because these were a lot of older people going on a cruise or doing vacation slash retirement. So with the drama aspect, I think it's pretty good. Some weird cuts of what they're trying to do. There was not needed to show the plane crash twice in a row. Maybe it was an Amazon Prime issue, but they did show it. Maybe they're trying to show it for oh shit factors, but I just didn't think it worked as a whole. But overall, this movie is more of a documentary TV series where you're just like, if you're curious of what happened in 1977, I mean, it's no harm, no foul. It is a very interesting story, but how it was filmed, you could tell it was straight for TV. But, I mean, informative, it is what it is. So, Airline Disaster Crash of the Century will receive a 4 out of 5 Blue Futons, which equals at 80%. So, let's see if there are critics for this one. And I'm going to guess none. Now, I was right, absolutely nothing on Rotten Tomatoes. So, yeah, my 80% could be in the 70s the more I think about it, but it's just an informative thing of like, yeah, what can go wrong will go wrong, and live your life the best you can. So my 80%. Chase Sock with the Blue Futon. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of Futontopia. You Futonians, thanks for watching. Have a great day. And I know some people are afraid of flying and stuff like that. One thing I'm afraid of, I am afraid of death. I truly am. It's like, fuck, what happens afterwards? And that scares me. The dark abyss.